Alright, how's it going everybody? I'm Guy on Ostrich, that's the Capital Q, how do you do? And today we're here for another episode of Pokemon Alpha Sapphire Randomized Nuzlocke using the set battle style, using 4 items at the most. The last episode we made our way through most of the Team Aqua base. And kind of gave my thoughts on what would I feel with a Horde of Puchiana, that's right. But how would I feel in regards to or like what I just kind of gave my ideas towards. I want a Pokemon contest, a Pokemon game based more on contest fighting as like the idea. And I wanna go. We'll go to a different thing because I have heard, or well, I don't want to say I've heard. I've seen a report. I've seen someone tweet about it, saying that they. But I don't want to. I'm not gonna say who, what, when, where, because I don't know any validity to it. So no hope getting like boosted up or whatever, but it mentions the Pokemon Legends, but a Gen 5 version of Legends, which honestly might not be bad. I want to preface with the idea first of I am not a Gen 5 fan. I play like every time I enjoy playing through the games more than Kanto, but like that's it. Which kind of funny when considering if I have started streaming, even if I don't, that'll be the first game we do stream is going to be us trying to beat Black as a hardcore Nuzlocke again. Like that's the whole plan of attack for the first one is for streaming on Tuesdays at least is to beat games that we've failed. Or for the time being at least. And I want to just think out like what all can be done from a Unova standpoint. Which I believe I seen Unova. I don't think it was Kalos. Which I think I would much prefer a Kalos. A Kalos Legends game. And that's with the idea of Xerneas and Yveltal are just like that's just amazing. Like you cannot tell me it would not be exciting to have the Xerneas and Yveltal, like the Tree of Life, like the balance stuff that they have. Like that is such a intriguing concept to me that I would be all there for if we got a Xerneas and Yveltal. Like if we got the Kalos Legends. But we're not talking about Kalos Legend. We're not sure if Kalos will have we're not sure if Kalos will get a Legends one yet. So let's go on with what would a Unova be? Because if you think about it, first one is what? You got the Legends like Reshiram and Zekrom and Kyurem. They're the ideals, like the balance, like the yin yang kind of whatever in a sense. Like I'm not too sure of. I believe they're considered like the ideals one, but I don't know. I just don't believe that Unova is as exciting as Kalos, but another that's another thing. So also you're going to hear that I'm not too sure about stuff, which that tells you anything. You all should know that I'm not as knowledgeable about Kalos, or not. I'm not as knowledgeable about Unova or Kalos. Like those were like my. I didn't get back into Pokemon until like Gen 8. Like actually like playing like the new games. Like Sword and Shield were the I played through like Platinum, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and then like just like everyone else really around my age, I feel like we all quit when it came down to when it came to Gen 5, because I don't know, that was that like you get. So I don't know too much when it comes to I guess that's what I'm getting at. I don't have the confidence to tell you for a fact what Gen 5 had. So there's that as a heads up. And yeah. But Unova is like going with the ideals. I don't know, I don't really know what you're getting. I think the fact that Team Plasma, right? It's Plasma and with Getsus and them, like I think that could be an interesting thing, because we got like the Team Galactic, like the old Team Galactic stuff, Legends Arceus, but so, and you would think they would throw in Team Plasma in some form or fashion, but I'm not too sure. I really am not. I feel like it could be. So let's just go on to, if it's Unova, stupid. If it's Kalos, let's just say, let's get to the Kalos talk, because Kalos is a lot more interesting, I think. So, because Kalos is like a blank canvas pretty much, and I mean, it's such an insane thing to think about, how like it is just such a blank canvas where it's like, so first off, I mean, you got the Pokemon War. Like, I mean, the fact that all of this can just end, like, I mean, you know where it'll end in regards to Kalos, I would think. Because I mean, really it should just end with wiping freaking, like, wiping, like, everything out. And it'd just be like, yep, that's that. Like, cause, unless, well, whatever. Unless, oh, is this Scraggy? I'm catching it. I don't. The other two were gift kind of deal, or statics. This is a actual encounter, but yeah. Hold on. Let's go. So, got so many options. Like, unless like there's a way where you get throughout the whole war. Like, if they really wanted to make this like, oh yeah, this is actually how you do that. So, the actual game, like the story of the game, is the war. And I mean, you've got like wife and I mean, I feel like you would be coming in from like you'd be coming in as a third faction, and like your whole thing would probably be Pokemon Legends Zygarde. Be the way you go about it. And so with that idea, I would think like the whole, like there would be a part of it that's like, oh, you're gonna play like a different factor to it, but then it's gonna end up being like, yeah, in the end though, this happens, bing bang boom. It's like they can figure out like the true like story beats to it, because you got life, you got death, you got the balance. Just kind of like Representative's Tree of Yggdrasil, like all those like Norse mythology stuff with Xerneas, Yveltal, Zygarde. Yeah, it's XYZ. Cool. So, just with that in mind, is that you got like life and death and war, and I mean, heck, like that's a way you can get Kalos in that or you're gonna get Kanto in. I think for some reason I want to think that's what it was. It was like that's like the thing is it was between Kalos and Kanto, and I mean if that's the case, that's really interesting, and it's a way they can just so lovingly put Kanto in, and then it's like, oh, you know what? Actually, ha ha ha, here you go. And then cool. But like the main focus is the fight. The main focus is war. And like I think there should be no, I feel like there's like it's got to be like such a higher rating. Like you can't just have it be like, oh yeah, we have this war going. Oh my gosh. So, all right. So it's Pokemon's like Legends Zygarde. So the thing is you're sitting there, like, and you're part of the Kalos forces. Like they can do whatever the heck they want to fall in there. And so now that you're there, it turns into, oh, so you're going to build up to get to the point where you can, oh my gosh, it's actually like, I actually love it. Oh my gosh, I actually love the idea. I just need to be able to phrase this right. So, like, you work for the Kalos side. And the whole thought process can be like, oh, you see, there's this war going on. We need a skill, like, this region called Sinnoh or whatever, like what called Hisui. Maybe by this point it's considered Sinnoh now, and I need to capture some things and get some. I need to get some experience. We're gonna not do this actually, but it'll be like, yeah, this region called Hisui. Maybe it's Sinnoh at the point. They're able to catch the Pokemon, and we need someone who can have that ability to go out, and we need information on the other army. So maybe like you can like spy, like go like on the inside, and like you can have like and then it'll be like, oh, at this point it's gonna be like, oh yeah, so am I not able to? That's little. Oh, cool. But yeah, so it'll end up being a, oh, you see, we actually need the help of someone to go behind enemy lines, and like you can be like a middleman where you don't have allegiances. It was kind of you were brought in to do the job. Like you can be from Hisui as like oh, you actually know how to catch these things. Boom, boom, boom. And then we need someone to get the heads up, get the ideas, and then from there, like you infiltrate the enemy, and then like you hear you hear like their plans, and then it's up to you. Like, are you going to provide the information that? Are you going to give the information that they have, and then do that? Which side are you going to choose then? Are you going to choose like to like do these go on the side of the people who of like I don't know, like Kalos Kanto, I don't know who's gonna get what. So I'm not gonna link a Pokemon to one or the other and say like, oh, one's gonna get Arceus, one's gonna get Evotal. But like that could be like the like that could be the peak. That could be the like that could be where like the big like this is the thing. This is like this is the peak of your, and this is bad on my like taking storytelling classes, but you have your rising action. Oh, this is your climax where you catch like you have the big like showdown. You catch either Xerneas or Yveltal, and then from there it's like, okay, so are you going to, and then Xerneas and Yveltal, and then it goes on, and then it turns into like the ultimate weapon. And it's like, oh, this is the thing. Oh no. Oh no. And then like that could be like the following action to the conclusion ends up being the activation of the like after you catch the Xerneas or Yveltal, then stuff happens, things break down to where it's like, you know what, it might not be good to put these in. Like I don't know how the AZ's story goes fully. I would need to look into that a little bit more, but so then it would be like oh yeah, I think like let's say AZ was like the middleman kind of deal, or then it's like, oh yeah, and then like it ends weapon of destruction, does that stuff, the ultimate weapon, yeah, and then after the ultimate weapon, like credits roll. Good, bad, indifferent ending. I don't know, you be the judge. But the credits pull back, and then like some like crazy whatever where it's like Zygarde's done the you're in like a little cavern with Zygarde, and like it's up, and then like the post game is like it's up to you to like rebuild Kalos, or to... That is kind of my like base idea. And love it, hate it, let me know. I kind of dig the idea of what it could be. Now, I'm not saying I'm. I mean, without having like any like true showcase or being able to be like, these are the beats that have to be hit and whatever, and it's just like like you will figure out whatever. Ooh. All right, guys. All right, guys. All right. So so we're gonna have a pretty new team next time, I would say. Ah. I'm gonna have to figure out what kind of a what all do we need for the team. Right, just trust me on this though. We're gonna have some fun, or I'm gonna have some fun. But yeah, just let me know what y'all's thoughts are, or like what game would y'all want to see get the Legends treatment. What would be a region that has like some pretty interesting story, lore, and whatever to it? Because I think Kalos is like the correct answer, and that's not trying to bash or dupe. I just think it's the game that has given the least history, that's been around for a decent amount of time at this point. Because like the fact that you don't know a backstory is one thing. The fact that you don't know the backstory, like that's automatic. Like, oh, this isn't like, I just don't know. The fact that let's see what I'm cool. Like not knowing or having like any idea as to like, oh, this could be it's not the best. Knowing that there is a possibility of I don't know, like there's very little lore that's been touched on, but there's been a whole lot of lore that's been given, and I think that provides like the best base for the game that they're trying to they would want to have. So that's just my thoughts towards it. Let me know what y'all think. But the game that needs it the least, I would say, is Kanto. Well, ooh-wee. So let's actually, well, the game that needs the Legends, game the least is, or like, that's the Sinnoh games. I mean, but I mean, obviously, like we gotta think like, besides Sinnoh, but what are we at? I would actually, and it's not because they're recent. Thinking about it, I think Paldea, I think Scarlet and Violet are like the games that need it the least. I think you don't really have, like, I don't think they provide the level of, they don't provide a level of lore that would lead itself to the Legends game. Which, it kind of sounds weird. I understand that. But, because I'm sitting here thinking, like, the cool stuff with, like, the Crater and, like, Paldea, it's not like the Legends of whatever. No, it's not a Legends kind of thing. It's because it could be the future. So, like, I don't think a Legends style spin-off is what's really needed. So, because we can, what would be like? We're gonna run through this. Well, for the last part of the episode, um, what are like, what is it that the games bring? Um, because I think, or like, what would you want the legends or of the stuff to be? And to that, I would say, I think Gen 1, I think the Kanto stuff, I mean, obviously, like, having, I mean, just the whole, like, Mewtwo would, it would be, as a person who's not a fan of Mewtwo, the Mewtwo, like, creation stuff would be really interesting if, like, the pinnacle of that turns into like you catch Mew, and then it's like at the end it would be like what's the thing? It's like we tried to create the ultimate on, we succeeded, or whatever. It's like that's a like that would be what you would end the credits with. Like that's what you would end the game, go into the credits with. Like you would have like would be end up being a YouTube breaks out of its like test tube, whatever, and then like you have like a huge battle, and like it would have like 3 different like stages to it, and you're just and then at the end it would be the we tried to create the, we succeeded. And then credits roll. Boom, perfect. I might like Mewtwo a lot more with that. Gen 2 Johto. I mean, Burn Tower. I mean, Burn Tower more would be what it is. But like, if like that could be more of a like Burn Tower with Suicune, Raikou, Entei. And then you could also have like a whole nother story, or have some other stuff going on with the World Islands, and have that be a Moltres, Articuno, Zapdos still. Like, there's a lot you can do there. There is a decent amount of things like I think you would be able to hit there. I would say Gen 3 might actually be like one of the weaker ones, because it is like the weather, and I think like you could do some really interesting weather things. I just don't know what all you could. I don't know how you can really go about that too. So like that's one that's hard for me to kind of wrap my head around. Thinking about it now, Unova is like the original dragon and things like that. So I get it. I've already said Kalos is the #1 option. If we're and then 7th gen Sun and Moon, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Maybe that would be like more Legends wormhole, and that would be more of the focus is on like the wormhole, and not as much as the other things, but maybe it would be more of a wormhole focus, like you're on like that, you're in the other, like the dystopian world deal. Maybe that might be a really cool, that could be a really, really cool concept. And then you also have the Darkest Day, Gen 8, the Galar stuff. So I think the Darkest Day is something that could really end up being, like, if they really wanted to push some cool stuff, that could be the one. So, and then like I said too, with I will say, like, get prepared to see. Whoa. Get prepared to see a couple new faces, just to maybe change it up. I kind of like the idea of that illusion Weedle there, but yeah, I'm not too sure how far to go on everything. I think the legend stuff, it is definitely a really cool concept. I think I still want to see more, another way to get there needs to be another way to play Rangers, because I really liked the Pokemon Rangers games and just drawing circles. But that'll be it for me. Like, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for tuning in. We got Mystery Dungeon coming out tomorrow. We got, like, if I didn't stream this week, hopefully I'll do it next week. I don't know. Yeah, thank you all for watching. Give me your thoughts down below. Do all the happy, fun stuff that people want to really beg for. Again, thank you all so much. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. Always go on Ostrich, capital Goo. Peace out.